Good morning, everyone, from Siargao Island in the Philippines. Uh, how's everybody doing? All right, we are live. Over and check that. All right, how's everybody doing? Beautiful day. I think it's a beautiful day. At least the sun was shining earlier this morning when I woke up. Says there's 13 people here. Yes, live. We got back Thursday and it rained every day. And except for yesterday. Yesterday was nice. Hopefully today will be nice. I got this sunburn on my nose. I got this little nick here too. But excuse me. Sitting on the top deck of the boat there. Yeah, I sit up top on the deck and I don't want to sit in with everybody. And boy, the sun was just beating. That night my nose was on fire. Could be worse, right? Edwin, thanks for joining. You have more content if you move to Duma. I don't know. I really don't know, Edwin. I mean, how many other people are in Dumaguete vlogging? And I've really no desire to move to Dumaguete. Will I visit one day? Yeah, I plan to visit Dumaguete one day. One day. Just to see it, maybe bow down, kiss the Godfather's ring, old dog, new tricks, the Godfather. But yeah, I definitely will visit. Just I have no desire to move there. No desire. It's like Angeles City. I mean, there's a million vloggers there, right? Doing their own thing. Good morning, OPJ. How is OPJ doing this morning? I hope you are doing well. Seeing you in another live chat this morning. Victor C. How is Victor C. doing this morning? I feel in the Philippines live. Like, thumbs up. Ricky USA. How are you doing, Ricky USA? How is everything in the USA? Well, now some things are in the USA, right? Mitch Bromwell. Thank you, Mitch, for the super sticker. Mitch is always, if he's not busy, if he's not launching rockets into space, Mitch is usually here. Long-time subscriber, along with a lot of other guys. Xping Jock. A good look on you, Brian. Well, thank you. Thank you. Xping Joke. I don't know how to say that. Xping. GR. How is GR doing? GR says a great trip. Yeah, it was a good time. We definitely had a good time in Cagayan de Oro. Will we move there? I guess you'll have to wait to find out what our decision may or may not be. It's like any other city in the Philippines. It's a city. You have traffic, you have malls, you have people, you have markets, like any other big city. All right. But the location is, to me, it's a good location. You could be at the port. You can be over to like Dumaguete on a boat. You can be into Bohol. Like the port there goes to so many different areas down in that lower region of the Philippines. And you have an airport. I was talking to somebody, an expat, who we went to his house. Him and his wife put together an amazing lunch for us. And he like flies from Cagayan de Oro there into Clark, into Manila for half the price of what it would cost us to fly out of Siargao Island. It has that airport there. No, it's not an international airport that I'm aware of, but Heck, you could fly up into Manila, hop on a plane in Manila, and fly out of Manila to back to the States if you had to. Um, Food wise, cheaper. Market prices were cheaper than here. Hospitals, there's multiple hospitals there. Um, to me, it's a perfect city. Once you get outside the city, it's all jungle. It's all, you know what I mean? It's nice. It's beautiful. Sort of like if you travel from Angeles City to Subic Bay, once you get out of Angeles City, it's all jungle, unless you're heading south, and then you're going to run into San Fernando, and it keeps rolling in. Um, but I mean, that bus ride we had, I mean, I just sat back and it was just so beautiful. The only time it got bad is when I got the Kitcheron. All right. When I got the Kitcheron, it was like, wow, what is wrong with this little barangay of Kitcheron? Joke, joke, Mike, if you're still in here. Got to go to where Mike and Arlene's family is from. Got off the bus. I was looking for Mike and Arlene. I couldn't find them. Yeah. Dumaguete area has enough loggers interviewing each other. Right. Right. Like that's the thing. The Godfather started the interviews. I'm going to interview people, and everybody else jumped on the interview bandwagon. Everybody, I got to interview. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, people like to hear people's stories, I guess. You know what I mean? Okay, it's a sonar name for the Navy. I didn't know that. Carl says, "Good morning, brother." Carl, thanks for stopping in. Sock and sandals. Mike knows it all. Philippines retirement is hitting the bottle pretty hard, allegedly. I don't know. Mike, our Philippines retirement is hitting the bottle pretty hard, allegedly. I don't know. Couldn't tell you. Really couldn't tell you. I don't watch any of their channels. No, I did. I watched Old Dog New Tricks last video. I'm like, all right, let me see what Mike has to say. He was going around to a Filipina's house that needed repair and this and that and the other. And then I started scrolling through the comments. Holy cow. Holy cow. They were throwing money. They were throwing money to help this person build their house, a Filipina. Wow, were they throwing money? I think I need to go through my house here and be like, hey, we need some doors here. We need some tiling. We need some roofing. And wonder how many people would throw money my way. Well, when I seen that, I was like, holy shit. But hey, people like to help, right? It's just the way it is. But as far as Mike, my Philippine retirement is hitting I couldn't even tell you. Like you said, allegedly. That's the thing. You don't know what people are like off camera. I mean, I show my life off camera, what we do, where we go, things like that. Other people, they'll hide things. You know what I'm saying? They will hide things. But yeah, I mean, I always say, you come to the Philippines, and if you're not an alcoholic or you're just drinker, you can be an alcoholic very easy. It's very cheap here. And when you're not working, you have time, time to do nothing. Very easy. I would see dudes in Angeles City, 8:30 in the morning, 7:30 in the morning when I go to breakfast, sitting at like Phillies. Now, this was before they banned the smoking, right? But now you can smoke them one, sitting there drinking 7:30 in the morning. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Yes, Chris, this is a live stream. JR says, you really want to be in the city, or you like to be on the outskirt of this of that city. Here's the thing. They have there's like Cagayan de Oro is kind of like broke into a couple sections. You have downtown, which is your major hub. It's where all the malls are. It's where everybody's at. I mean, everybody's jammed down in that area. And then you roll into what they supposedly call Midtown. Now they're saying Midtown is growing and they're going to make it like the BGC of Cagayan de Oro, upper end living. You know what I mean? It's growing. Then you have Uptown. Now, Uptown is more, it's more rolling. You know what I mean? Um, it it just it's not as compact as Center City. Nice up there. You have a lot of you know greenery and stuff. You have a lot of really nice subdivisions I seen up there. It even has its own SM mall up there. Um, Without traffic from uptown to downtown, maybe 10 minutes, 15 at the most. But when there's traffic, you're looking at a half hour or so. Um, Uptown's nice, um, but I don't know. Uh, Rent wise, I mean, I joined this Cagayan de Oro house, and they call them pads. You know what I mean? They call them pads. They're apartments, they're houses, but they call them pads. Um, and I'm looking at rental property, and you can find uh, if I'm going to get there, it's going to be like a two room, two bedroom apartment or a two bedroom house. Well, you can find it for like 15,000 pesos a month. 15,000. Um, some can be partially furnished or furnished. If you're looking for furnished, they kind of jump up to around 20. When I mean furnished, they're furnished. It's just a matter of where do you want to live, uptown, downtown. Um, but I thought the rent is fairly reasonable compared to this island. Jesus Christ. But I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, I got a lot to decide. Angelo. Morning, Brian. I'm going to Baraka in February. Can't wait till summer. Awesome. You're going to have a good time in Boracay. Boracay. I haven't been there since, well, it's been years, but you'll like it. I think you'll enjoy it. Mike, married to a beautiful woman. Hi, Brian and Lut from Ottawa, Canada. I know you're pretty damn well. You're still same on camera. Yeah, I am well. Mike, LOL. Kitchener is a simple, not a town, nothing to do. Just Arlene's family. The terminal is about 500. Wow, I didn't know that, Mike. That's a nice terminal. Really nice terminal. I couldn't believe the fire station right there. The fire station looks really nice. But you know what I like about traveling from, I think it's from like Kitchener down to Butuan, or not Butuan. Yeah, Butuan. When you get out in those jungles and you start winding through the hills of the jungle, there is this massive, massive lake. You can't miss it. It's huge. But what I don't understand is, like in America, if that lake was in America, there would be all these vacation homes all over the place. There would be campgrounds. There would be people on the lake, motorboats, you name it, skiing, jet skiing, everything. But when you ride by that huge lake, and I mean, you're up high, you can see down in, there's like nothing there. There's like nobody on it. If that was in America, oh, it would be a travel hotspot. It is a cool look. It's cool looking. Mike married to a beautiful woman. I haven't drank in 38 years. My family is Filipina. Can't believe it. I don't drink. Even after 8 years, they still ask me. Yeah, I mean, I'm the same way. Occasionally, I will drink. I will drink holidays, special occasions. You know what I mean? But to just sit around and pop open Red Horses and drink and pass around a slobber cup, I'm the same way. You know what I mean? I just not me. Oh, socks and sandals says looks like Scotty Boy got some geo sloppy seconds allegedly. Everything's allegedly. I go to SM in Manila every day. I'll tell you what, when we were down in Cagayan de Oro, I probably went to the mall every day. Every day. Uh, yeah, every day. I guarantee you, every day. I know I was there. I'll tell you what, though, I'd leave the hotel, walk down the road, not even a block, shoot into the mall. Right as you're shooting into the mall, there was a Krispy Kreme donuts there. I think I ate a Krispy Kreme donut every day. I'm like, you know what? I'm here. I am going to enjoy. I haven't had the sweets like that. I'm telling you, every day I had a Krispy Kreme donut. But yeah, when I was there every day, every day. Silent Escapes have some property in Opal near CDL. I don't think I know where that's at. You know, when I was there also, met up with a subscriber and his wife. They lived outside CDO. He said about a half hour or so outside CDO, out in like, the barangay or out in a jungle area. And he loved it out there. He loves it out there. And then, then he comes into town and stuff and the city to shop and everything like that. GR, no way on those wavy hills in a bus. Hell no. It was, it was fun. It was fun. You were sometimes, and I tried to lay down and sleep. I thought I was going to get shot off the seat. Um, I didn't mind it. I don't get motion sick or anything like that. Um, I didn't mind it at all. That's about a half a mile from your house. Do you agree with Brian A. Heron's family going back to USA and signing up on welfare, SNAP, and all the programs to cheat the system? Don't know anything about that. Aiza, don't know. I haven't watched Brian A. Hearn in years, years. So I don't know about that. I don't know if he's signing up for welfare and SNAP, and I have no clue. Maybe that should be part of allegedly. You know what I mean? Unless he comes outright and says it, I guess it would be allegedly. Um, don't know. I remember watching that guy and his family years ago. Like they lived in the barangay in like kind of like a shack. You know what I mean? And from there, he's gotten to the point where he's at now. Um, I don't know. I really don't know. So I can't comment on it. Mark Doyle, how are you doing, sir? Good morning. I'll be heading to the Philippines in February. Really looking forward to it. You're going to have a good time, Mark. Those days you're counting down are going to take forever. But then when you get here, the time you spend here is going to fly by. It's crazy. But yeah. BT and Betty, Philippine Adventure. Howdy, howdy. How are you guys doing? How are things up your way? Mount Riot way? Man, truly progressive. Good morning, Brian. Good morning to you. How are you guys? Or how are you doing? Yeah, you know what? Let me it's raining. All right. It's raining up your end. I hang a rosary on my rear view mirror and bless myself repeatedly while driving fast, working out so far, allegedly. Yeah. Have you watched Dean Hashim and Brian D. Lyon vlogs? Nope. I don't watch many YouTubers, to be honest. Uh, Literally, excuse me, like a handful. Like, and even out of that handful during the week, I only maybe watch a few, unless somebody says, "Hey, check this video out, check this out." I really don't. Um, I don't know. I think some YouTubers watch continuously without fail. Watch other YouTube channels to, I don't know, see what they're doing, maybe get ideas. And there's nothing wrong with like getting ideas from other channels. Like, hey, that's a good topic. Maybe I'll discuss it. Um, Everybody has their viewpoint on living in the Philippines and how they live and the way they live, and everybody has their own viewpoints on it. Um, but I don't know. I mean, I just think of something. All right, like, all right, let me go do this. Let me go do that. Um, I don't know. Like when I'm traveling, it's like, all right, let me do a video topic on this. I always do the markets. I like the public markets, the atmosphere, the energy, the people, the sound, the smells. Um, I don't know. I don't, like I said, I really don't watch many other vloggers. Roberts. So Brian, what are your plans for looking for a new base? And will it be for a long time or just short time? Popping back to the home said to see Lutz family. We haven't really decided. We got a lot to talk about. You know what I mean? I like the province here. I love this atmosphere. It's peaceful. It's relaxing. Um, the environment's amazing. It's got its good qualities, but it also has its downside. You know what I mean? Same way with the city. So we'll see. We'll see. Are you going to the Pena Francia Festival in Naga City this year? No, no, I won't be going there. I don't. I've never been to Naga City. Scott and Isaiah's World. Hello to you. Thanks for stopping in. Oh, okay. You're thinking of moving there long time, maybe permanently. Yeah, I think Mark, you've been back and forth to the Philippines, right? I don't think this is your first trip here, um, but I mean, it's good to scout out. You know what I'm saying? It's good to scout areas out, see where you want to be. Socks and scandals. Seems like old Jasper has packed it up and returned to selling phones. Allegedly. I don't know. Could be. I don't know. Like I said, I don't watch other channels. I remember Jasper started out and everything, and boy, he knew a lot. He definitely knew a lot, and people were super chatting him left and right and left and right. It's like this dude could probably live in the Philippines off of super chats, but I don't know what he's doing. Hello, brother Brian. JW's dream. Hello, brother Brian. How are you? Greetings from Southeast Alabama, sir. Thanks for stopping in, JW. Yeah. What you know what? I don't know. Do I want to talk about a subject? I don't know. I don't want to get political. I want to get political. Um, you know what? Here's one thing I noticed in my travels. All right, guys, I'm sitting back. I sit back and I observe. That's all I do. All right. That was my job for years. Sit back, observe, see what's going on, assess the situation. All right. Traveling here in the Philippines. All right. You know, we got stuck in in Surigao City. A good, uh, you know what I mean? Um, so the next went to the port, and Look kept telling me, she's like, "We got to get there early, because it's Fiesta." And I'm like, I ain't worried about it. You know what I mean? But a lot of people, Filipinos, they come from all over the islands to attend festivals, whether it's General Luna here, whether it's on this island, whether it's over in the Bucas Grande Island, whether it's over in Surigao City. They travel, they have family members all over the place. You know what I mean? So they'll hop on boats, they'll come over, they'll celebrate for days. And I'm thinking, nobody works. Like, nobody has a job to go to, or kids don't have school, but they come from all over. So when it comes to transportation, they're hopping on boats in and out of the ports. And so it's like, we got to get there early. We got to get a ticket. So we get there early in the morning, the day we left, and the first boat was already full. And the second boat didn't leave for almost 2 hours. So I'm like, whatever, go inside, sit in the waiting area. And they really improved the waiting area now. They have one area that they blocked off, and it's air conditioned. But when you walk in there, it's not even cold. You know what I mean? Like, everybody's in there because they think it's air conditioning. I sit out in the main area. They got these big, nice fans blowing on you. They even put a 7-Eleven inside the terminal. I'm like, wow, I'm impressed. They really improved it. So it's time to leave. You know what I mean? Everybody's there. They call, all right, this boat leaving at, say, 9:30, heading over to Sherga Island, is getting ready to board. So everybody gets up. Everybody gets up. I get up. Look gets up. And I'm standing in line, and people are just jumping in front of everyone. All right. Just jumping in front of everyone. All right. This kid jumps right in front of me. I'm like, yo, you didn't see me? I said aloud, like, yo, you didn't see me? Turns around. Oh, sorry. I said, no, you're not. Because if you were sorry, you'd get back behind me. All right. That's the shit I notice. Then, all right, doors open. It's like a herd of buffalo coming out of the gate. Man, they're all trucking. They're all moving. All right. They get up to the boat. Now, when you get on the boat, you have the platform, the concrete platform, and then you have a I don't know what you call it, that goes across, like a walkway, like a plank walkway that goes onto the boat. And it's not too wide. It's one person wide. So everybody now is trying to get up on the plank, and I'm just sitting there, and I look, and I see this older couple, right? And I'm thinking to myself, the Philippine people preach about how they respect their elders, to the head, we respect our elders. Yet you feel the need to shove your way ahead of these older people to get on a fucking boat just to sit down, right? So when we got up to where I could get on the plank, I put my arms out and I said, no, I said, you're elderly. You're elderly. Come on. You guys get on. You know what I mean? Get on. And the guy that was working the plank, that worked on the boat, he's like, yeah, he helped, he'll bring them to the front of the line. Meanwhile, somebody jumped in front of me because he felt he had to get on the boat before everybody. So then the elderly people got on the boat, and then they went down and they sat down. I'm like, why does it take somebody who who's not even a Filipino to like show respect to the elderly people, which you claim, oh, we show respect to the elderly people. It's like, I just sit back and I think, I see this, I'm like, wow, wow. I know somebody's going to say, Philly, you're complaining. The honest truth. What is this video? The honest truth, all things Philippines. You know what I'm saying? But when I see that, I'm like, unreal. Like, come on, people. I mean, they'll shove Jesus Christ off the plank into the water, just get on the boat to sit down. The honest truth. Ah, crazy, crazy. Then get this. You're right, Mike. Mike says Filipinos are the most respectful people in the world until it comes time to queue into a line. Yeah, yeah. Look at this. All right, get this. So we're on the boat. All right, I'm up top. I like the open air and the wind. You know what I mean? I don't want to be down below with with everybody all jammed in there, and stuff. We get to the port here in Siargao, in Dapa. Get off the boat. Once I'm there, I'm like, whatever. You know what I mean? I just sit up top, let people get off the boat, and then it's like, all right, come on, let's go. I let the boat get, majority of it emptied. I'm not fighting anybody to get off the boat or anything like that. So we get off the boat. We're walking up. Then you got to go through like um, an area to where you go out a gate, and then once you get out to where the gate is, there's where you'll have like all your people trying to hey, you need a trike ride, you need a motorcycle, you know what I mean? Hounding you to, you know, they're hustling to make money, which you understand. You know what I mean? No big deal. I mean, I need to buy a shirt when I travel that says, I am not a tourist. All right. But because you get off the boat, you're a foreigner. And I was the only, no, there was one other foreigner on the boat. And, they're going to hound you. You know what I mean? They're going to hound you because they're trying to get you to, get your ride to wherever you got to go. But when I got down through the chute, there was a lady standing there, Filipina, and she said something to Lut. And Lut's like, no, we live here. All right. And the lady's like, well, show me your ID. Show me ID. And Lut's like, I could show you my ID, but I live here. He lives here and stuff. And I said something to Lut, and she's like, no, because she wanted to charge me, the foreigner, the person they think is a tourist coming on the island, money to come onto the island. All right. No other Filipino people. They weren't stopping Filipino people that may have been coming on the island for being a tourist. All right. The foreigner. The foreigner. They're trying to get money from the foreigners coming on the island. Now, when you leave the port in Surigao City, you pay an environmental fee. Now, this was the first time, and I've gone from port to port a few times in the past. Never once did I ever get stopped coming onto Siargao Island and asked to give money to be on the island. So, is this a new thing they're starting? I'm telling you, tourism, this island is sinking when it comes to tourism. I don't know what's going to happen. And that's the honest truth. But yeah, should we charge in America? Oh, you're coming to America. All right. Where are you from? Oh, you're getting off the plane. Nope. That's $20. That is $20 you owe us. Oh, yeah. Joe says, keep complaining, Brian. What is somebody? What did I hear sometime? Would you rather me lie to you and then be disappointed, or tell you the truth? You know what I mean? Sounds like every airport I've been in, reserved seats, but everyone wants to board first. Yeah, you get on a plane, you're going to sit there anyways. You know what I mean? Everyone excited to go, just like the plane. Yeah. Oh, Bruce, you didn't get a notice? Why not, Bruce? I can see your comment, though, Bruce. That's a good thing. Stay cool, my friend. You stay cool also. When you live there, need to get the routine to be a Filipino person. Live there, Filipino person. I went the main CCF church in Pasig, Manila. They pray and sing, love, etc. The parking garage exit turns into a screaming shit show, allegedly. My last trip, I went to the airport in Manila 2 hours early on my departure date. The line was a long line. I didn't think I'd make it to my flight. A Filipina came to me and said, "Go to the front of the line." Cool, cool. Don't get me wrong. Like Filipino people are friendly, great, hospitable people. But when it comes to like just certain things, it's like, boom, that goes out the window. You know what I mean? I remember down in Manila, we were at the Sea World there, where they do the aquarium and stuff. Beautiful place. And everybody was like in this line, and they were getting ready to open up the gate to where you went down into the show area where they had like, I don't know, dolphins and all that. You know what I mean? And as soon as they open up the gates, like people, like once again, stampede, like, gotta get there, gotta get there. And like the stadium and seating area was huge. It's like you're getting there, and trust me, you're going to get a seat and you're going to get the seat you want. But it was like crazy. I'm like, what the hell? Uh, for 40 USD, I did get it worked out. Great. Adjust to the Filipino life. Yeah, you got to adjust. You're not going to change anything. Um, adjust. Or some people can adjust. Some people, JM, thank you for the super sticker. Greatly appreciate it. Some people can't adjust. You know what I mean? They can't adjust to the brownouts. They can't adjust to, uh, uh, um, queuing up in a line and just everything. They can't adjust, and then it's like I'm out. I'm I'm out. Like I don't think those people didn't fail. It's just they didn't like it. You know what I mean? And that's what's great. They have the ability to travel somewhere else to live, whether it's Thailand, Vietnam, Cambodia, wherever. They may go to an area where they like it. And all right, I like Thailand. I like everything Thailand has to offer. But for how long? For how long? When you come to the Philippines, I love the Philippines. It's great. It's this, it's that. And then after a while, it just wears on you and can wear on you and wear on you, and you can't adjust. So it's like, all right, I'm out. I'm going to Thailand. I like Thailand better. But for how long? You know, it can, I mean, it all depends. I mean, you got to find out, no place is perfect, right? No place is perfect. Edwin or Berlin Edwards checking in from Lipita. Lapita? Lapita. Thanks for stopping in. Richard, I had the LTO office last week charged me 200 pesos fee to have my driver license delivered. Is that a thing? Now I have to watch for the mail? I don't know. I never had the LTO deliver my driver's license to me. I mean, it may be different, different areas in the Philippines, and I had to watch through the mail. When I got here in 2012, it was easy. It was easy to get your Philippine driver's license. You went in, hey, here's my Pennsylvania driver's license. It's current. I would like to get a Philippine driver's license. Okay, you fill out paperwork, you pay some money, they take your photo. And I think that day, boom, they handed me a license. Now things have changed. Now I had to go in and renew my Philippine driver's license. Um, that was easy. I went in, kind of like the same thing. And if I'm not mistaken, I got my license on the spot. But I've never heard of the LTO charging. But like I said, things change all the time. And different areas of the Philippines might have different uh, uh, policies. You know what I mean? Like 200 pesos, what's that, $4, a little under $4. Um, so, yeah. And deliver, you can't hold your breath on that shit, because that could take weeks, may even take months. Maybe my advice would be, if you haven't received it, in say, a couple weeks or whatever, I'd go back into the LTO. I'm sure you have a receipt of all your paperwork you've done and everything to get your license. I'd go back in. Hey, I'm still waiting for this. What's going on? Um, don't talk to the guy at the door. You know what I mean? The guard. See if you can get in LTO and talk to somebody with some importance. You know what I mean? Um, but yeah, I would check. I would definitely check. It may take months. You never know how things are here. Newfie in the Philippines. Good morning, Brian. Try taking a bus to Davao from Maramang at Maximus. I was in the front near the door when it opened and still never got a seat. Uh, yeah, the best seat on the bus, period, hands down. Right when you come on the bus, the seat to the left, the, not the driver's side, the passenger side, the best seat on the bus, the best seat. But it's hard to get because also is handicap. So somebody come on and say, I'm handicapped. Oh, they're kicking you out. Ricky USA flying out of NAIA. One time guy said, skip the line, boss. 500 pesos later, I skipped the line into the terminal and went through the OFW entrance. Yeah, at the terminal, there is a line for like a 13A visa holder and I think an SSR visa holder. Like there are certain lines for you to use. Or, hey, you don't want to deal with the headache and everything. There's going to be somebody there that, hey, I'll get you the front for 500 pesos. You want to do it? Don't you want to do it? It's up to you. You know what I mean? Um, 500 pesos, maybe $10. I don't want to deal with it. You know what I mean? You can always buy your way into something. Luke says Thailand looks like a cool place. Never been there. Yeah, it does. It looks like a great place. Never been there either. Richard Taylor, 6 months here now. Awesome, Richard. I hope you're adjusting. I hope you're liking it. 6 months, you are in the honeymoon period, but go with the flow. Go with the flow. Edwin or Sperlin Edwards. I adjusted and I'm living in the province after living in Iloilo for 2 years. Yeah. It's province life is for some people. City life is for some people, or the mix of each, right? Socks and sandals. The Philippines is 100 times harder than other countries in Asia. To each his own, allegedly. Joe says, I made it 2 years, went through the gauntlet of issues, including my van driver running over a baby girl running across the road, to floods and painful visits to the hospital. The Philippines isn't for everyone. Yeah, yeah, true. Everyone wants to be happy. So much suffering and illness occurs when we look for happiness in the wrong place. JW Bryan, I remember when I first found your channel, you were telling about you being scammed out of furniture there. Well, I got scammed too. I laughed my ass off. It's a hell of a story. Hey, here, if I don't know if I did a video. I did a video, and I think I might have said, hey, everybody's going to get scammed some way, somehow, or another when you come to the Philippines. You know what I mean? And of course, you have one or two guys. I never got scammed once in the Philippines. Interesting. I guarantee you have. I guarantee you have. You got scammed and you didn't even know it, right? Ah, delivery of mail is as good as a crapshoot. Yeah. What the mail here, I think if you send mail within, what is it, LBC and all that, within the Philippines, it's pretty good. When it comes to like mail, like my mom, when I first got here, she was sending me cards and different things, you know what I mean? And it took like 3 months to get here. And it's like, wow. And then they would hold the mail till I went down to the post office. I'm like, hey, where's this mail at? And finally, oh, well, here it is, and it's like, well, how long have you been sitting on it? And I told him, I said, listen, you guys are actually supposed to deliver it. You know what I mean? And actually work something out with the person working there. Basically, hey, you deliver it when it comes in, and I will slide you a little something, something. You know what I mean? But the mail system here coming from the States, are you mailing something out to the States? Forget it. Bolts. Hi, Brian. Best switches from Sydney, Australia. I'm watching. Thank you. Bolts, thanks for watching. If most people would tell you the truth, they got scammed some kind of way also. But they ain't telling. All right. They've been scammed. Luke, I've been living here. I lived here for 13 years now. Yeah, Luke's been here a while. Luke was one of the first expats I ever met. Ah, hang on a second. I gotta give me one second here. Let me do something here without. I hope I don't. Oh, there we go. All right, hang on a second. I gotta go. Quick, quick, do something. Talk amongst yourselves. All right, I'm back. to tell, look, it's time. She always waits for me to let her know when it's time for me to, when she wants to start cooking breakfast. We're heading over to General Luna this week. We got to move all our stuff out of our little apartment there, but I'm going to stay there for a week. You know what I mean? I'm going to stay there, hang out there. Um, I mean, we can go to General Luna anytime we want it, but it was just nice to be able to have a little place to crash and hang out and stuff. So we got to move all that. Been looking once again overpriced small little apartments here, overpriced, and then they wonder why. Why aren't we getting people here? Because you're overpriced. I did a video a couple weeks ago about you know about motorcycle rentals. Yes, Victor, I am getting the NFL games. Um, about motorcycle rentals here, and they don't even ask. Yeah, they ask for a driver's license, but they don't ask and look to see if there's a motorcycle endorsement on it or anything like that. Um, and I got prices on the Fascio, little Fascio, Yamaha Fascio, I think it is, little 125, very popular little motorbikes here, and they were like 500 pesos per day. But if you rented it for a full week, they dropped it down to 400 pesos for the week. Now I just seen that same motorbike per day, 550 per week, 450. Once again, that great business mentality. All right, I'm not making money, so let me raise the price up to get back the money I lost. Instead of, you know what, let me come down a little bit below my competitors. That way I have every single motorbike rented out. That way I'm making money every day. Nope, I'm going to raise it. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Uh, like I said, some of the little places they want, like I just seen one. All right. It was 15,000 pesos for a month. You know what you're getting? You're getting a dorm style room. There's one, two, three, four, five, six. I think it's six, like dorm style rooms, like with a curtain that you can close your little bed area. Right. So that's shared. The air conditioner in there is shared. And then when you go outside, it's a shared common area where you walk, where you can sit and everything like that. I think there may have been a kitchen there or something. But 15,000 for a damn bed. No, crazy. Somebody is trying to rent out a little bungalow. It's a little bungalow, nice little bungalow on the beach. What the heck did they want? 52,000 pesos. What? Come on. I don't get it. I just don't get it. You like this is Yamashita's island. All right. Crazy. But yeah, we're going to go over there for a week or so and then pack everything up and come back here. You'll miss your little weekend love. Best apartment in General Luna. Yeah. Well, I mean, we can head over there, but and there are a couple places over there that are fairly decent. If we want to spend a night or two over there, we will. Bruce, I've been coming to the Philippines for 27 years and own a house and some farmland there, but never felt like I wanted to stay more than a month or so at a time. Yeah. Bruce is like a lot of foreigners um, that, they get married, they bring their wife to go back to the States or wherever. And throughout the years, build a house in the wife's province and make a really nice place and then travel from the Philippines, and after a month or two, like that's it. They're done. You know, they may travel other places besides Hawaii's province, like Bruce. We would meet up in Angeles City, have breakfast and talk and stuff, and then they go back to the states. There's quite a few people that are doing that. Victor, yeah, I'm getting to see the NFL games. Fire Stick, the best thing. Fire Stick is the best investment I have got here in the Philippines. I like watching TV. Wow. I like watching local news from the States. I like watching sports. I can get all that on there. And when we travel, I bring it along with us. It's a matter of unplugging it. It's a USB port on the TV, and all TVs have USB ports for the most part. You plug it in, you plug in your power, uh, get your password for wherever you're at, put that in there, boom, I'm good to go. So yeah, I've watched the NFL games. I got college games, which I'll probably watch when I get off of here. The Phillies, but yeah, I mean, I get to watch the NFL games. Mark Doyle says there's been a few changes with visas for foreigners who want to move to the Philippines. Started on the 1st of September this year. You should check that out, everyone, if anyone haven't done so for a while. All right. I don't keep up to date with that, Mark. I'm on a 13A visa. I'm sure there's vloggers out there that can cover it really good. I'm sure everyone's precious P, right, Bruce? The precious P has probably covered it. Um, but yeah, uh, good idea. If you're planning to come to the Philippines, definitely check it out. Somebody keeps leaving a comment on my videos. Basic, how many days am I going to get when I enter the Philippines? Well, from my understanding, it's 30 days. They keep leaving the same comment. But yeah, I mean, if you are coming to the Philippines, check that out. Check it out. I don't know. To find peace, you have to be willing to lose your connection with people, places, and things that create all the noise in your life. 100% correct. 100% correct. You got people giving you problems, people hating on you, people. You get rid of them. You get rid of them. I don't. I mean, sometimes you just got to cut people loose, and that's just the way it runs. I'm reading Mike's comment. That's just the way it goes. All right, Mike. Take care. Thanks for stopping in. Bookum Dano, how are you doing? Bookum Dano, shout out Brian. Hope you find home away from your home. You find home away from home. Thanks for stopping in, Bookum. Speaking of Fire Stick, which one do you recommend? I had the Fire Stick 4K. I got it on Lazada. Runs about $50. You know what I mean? Um, but yeah, Fire Stick 4K. Um, then go on to YouTube and type in how to get free NFL, how to get free live sport shows with the Fire Stick. And somebody get on there, they will walk you through step by step by step by step on how to do it. Like movies, when a movie comes out in the theater, I can usually watch it on my Fire Stick because I have a program to watch movies. However, sometimes the quality is just crap. You can tell some dude sat in a movie theater with his camera filming it. You know what I mean? And then others are really good. But yeah, that's what I have. Mark Doyle, right on. The SSR visas require bank deposits are increasing substantially. Do it now or pay more. Like I said, I don't know much about that. It's just me. Just try to get a 6 month visa. They say you have to go to Manila now, and no guarantee they will give you one. Interesting. I don't know. Are they trying to make it hard on foreigners coming to the Philippines? You know what? Here, I just seen this. This popped up. I screenshotted it. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, that ain't it. Oh, no, that ain't it. This is it. The Philippine Star. All right. The Trump administration plans to give the Philippines an additional 215 million US dollars to address tuberculosis, maternal health, and the threat of emerging disease, says the US Secretary of State Marco Rubio on Thursday, September 11th. The US to give 250 million to help tackle health needs. And you want to make it harder on Americans coming to the Philippines and stuff? Um, just say thank you. You know what I mean? But yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting. United States is going to give the Philippines 250 million US dollars. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap this one up. There are other changes as well, says Mark Doyle. I mean, I can understand the Philippines. Is the Philippines designed for just people to come here and live? Tourist visas. All right. Oh, I'm coming to the Philippines. It's so easy for me to extend, 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 and then leave after 3 years, come back. You know what I mean? But you're on a tourist visa. Now, they made it easy for you to stay here. Are they trying to make it like a Thailand thing or others? All right. Yeah. When you come here, yeah, you can extend, but you're only extending up to 6 months. You're not going to live here in the Philippines as on a tourist visa. Invest your money into the country. You know what I mean? Who knows? Who knows what they're thinking? We'll see. Greetings from Alan and Janet Ruiz. Ruiz from CDO. How about you guys? Hey, guys. Alan, how are you guys doing? Uh, Thanks for stopping in. Are you watching me on the big screen, Alan? Yes, hit it. Are you watching me on the big screen? We went, Alan and his amazing wife, we went to their place and had a great lunch. She cooked a really good lunch for us. Lut was saying about how she wanted grilled tilapia because she hasn't had grilled tilapia. So she made grilled tilapia for Lut and everything. But he has this big, massive TV. I don't even know how big it is. How big is it, Alan? It's huge. And that's how he watches YouTube. That's how he watches us on YouTube. Ah, better than having to leave after 1 year, like it used to be. 5 hour drives from immigration, I'd pay extra. Yeah. I have heard the Philippines wants you to renew the visas more often to keep track of any troublemakers like the Russian. Seems like overreaction, but but that is the claimed reason. Allegedly. Just kidding. All right. Yeah, Mark, she was I'm having pancakes for breakfast this morning. Um, and they're easy to make, so she wants to make sure that I get the pancakes warm and I'm not sitting up here just chatting. So, anyways, guys, I'm going to wrap this one up. Once again, thanks for stopping in. Thanks for joining the live stream. Your comments. We'll just be chilling on the island here for a while. Uh, I think they got Fiesta coming up in General Luna. I may or may not video it. For some reason, people don't like to watch videos of the Philippines, like fiestas, traveling, tourist spots. Like for some reason, when I put that stuff out on YouTube, of course, yes, you're going to get, the true loyal subscribers are going to watch it. Um, but other people, they don't. I guess they don't want to see the beauty of the Philippines. They'd rather have somebody sit there talk about their life and what brought them to the Philippines than like actually seeing the beauty of the Philippines. I don't know. I don't get it. I think they got that. They got the big surf competition going on coming up. So hopefully that'll bring tourism here. But anyways, guys, once again, GR. Thanks for stopping in, GR. And we'll talk to you later.